More trouble for popular influencer Clavicular. He reportedly has now been criminally charged in connection with the alleged shooting at what appears to be a dead alligator. Serious charge, bizarre story. We're going to break down this case, how this fits into his other recent alleged episodes too, and what we can predict might happen. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, so as you're watching,
well, you know what? I never get tired of that Law and Crime Sidebar introduction. It's almost like the Marvel Cinematic Universe music, man. Welcome to Sidebar. It's by Jesse Weber. Anyway, we're checking back in with your favorite looksmaxxing streamer, Clavicular.
Stop the cap.
Now, a few days ago, I did a story about a case against him currently where he allegedly injected a substance into a young lady, I believe was not age of consent. But anyway, he was on stream and allegedly injected this one with a substance that could have been an illegal substance or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, it was against her will. That is ongoing. Well, now, apparently, there's a new case where he is possibly abusing maybe a already deceased animal or not. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to get into this, of course. Before I do, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You want to further contribute to the channel, go down there, hit the join button down below to become a member of the channel. Hit that hype button if you will. That will help me out in the algorithm. As always, hit the Cash App $sign Mr. Norman, because some of y'all think that it's not about the money, but guess what, y'all?
It ain't about the money. It's always about the money.
Now let's listen to Jesse Weber talk about what mess Clavicular has gotten to. Now, by the way, the title of the video is called Clavicular Caught Wild in Alligator Blicky Scandal. Fair use to Law and Crime, Mr. Jesse Weber. Let's listen to what they got to talk about.
so Clavicular is back in the headlines again for all the wrong reasons. We just did another episode. We had a recent episode where we did a deep dive into how this very popular looksmaxxing influencer was sued by a female influencer regarding allegations of non-consensual sex and improperly injecting her face with a drug. You can watch that whole episode out right now on Law and Crime's YouTube page if you're interested in that. But now it looks like he has been criminally charged for a completely different incident. It is being reported that Clavicular, real name Braden Peters, has been hit with a charge in Florida of unlawfully discharging a firearm in a public place or residential property. Now, this, for example, is according to court documents that were obtained by NBC Miami, but this seems to be in connection to a live stream where Clavicular and two of his associates are accused of firing a handgun at what appears to be and what has been described at a dead alligator.
Now, why would you want to do that in the first place?
Enemy spotted.
I don't know what platform he's on. I believe it's Kick, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Kick. That is where he has his deal. But they allowed him to use a firearm live on stream?
Enemy spotted.
I don't know. Doesn't that go against the terms of service of any platform? I mean, y'all tell me. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Clavicular's content, and I'm also not familiar with Kick's terms of service. But on YouTube, you would never be able to get away with that. And on Twitch, I don't think it's really Kick. You know, they play a little more loose with the rules. But I mean, wouldn't that be banned? Wouldn't that get you banned?
Reportedly happened at Francis S. Taylor Everglades Wildlife Management Area, this boat ramp dock, on or about March 26. And by the way, due to YouTube reasons, we can't show the actual video or videos, but we will show you some screenshots. Now, both 20-year-old Clavicular and two other online personalities, they have been charged. So Andrew Morales, 22 years old, known under his influencer handle as Cuban Tarzan, and also 26-year-old
Yo!
Ain't no fucking way.
They got this look. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, I know. I don't know his name, but of course they have him on streams a lot. He's usually comedy relief. He's been on some reality shows. This guy's gone viral a few times, man. I've seen him on the B bus. Wow. I haven't seen the other guy that they're talking about, but of course he's another streamer probably that Clavicular brought on. So now he's going down along with Clavicular and this, whoever this, this funny looking guys right here. Man, this is, okay.
Abdil Anibal Cotto Torres, or Baby Alien. And by the way, the specific charge doesn't indicate that he or his colleagues physically harmed the alligator. However, this comes after the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said in March that it was, quote, aware of a video depicting individuals in the Everglades on an airboat who appear to be discharging firearms at an alligator. And they apparently launched their own investigation. Now, our understanding is that it is illegal under Florida law to kill or attempt to harm an alligator without authorization from the commission. Now, two sides to every story, right? We're going to get into this a little bit more. Clavicular's legal team has come out. So his attorneys, Stephen Kramer and Jeffrey Neiman, they made a statement, and it says, quote, our client has been summoned to appear for a misdemeanor charge that stems from following the instructions of a licensed airboat guide. He relied on that guidance. No animals or people were harmed. We are confident that once the full picture is understood, people will see this for what it is.
Now, of course, Clavicular, like any other red-blood American, is innocent until proven guilty. Now, his legal team says that he performed this action because essentially the boat captain, whoever was in charge of this operation, said it was okay to do. That may be true. Again, this will come out in court, I'm sure, right? So his position is, yeah, I did this, but I have permission from the boat captain to do it, so I didn't think this was illegal. Fair. Okay.
It's interesting, right? So both kind of, a legal defense and also a PR defense, because obviously this is getting a lot of attention. Arguably, this could be hurting his reputation in some way. So two sides to this. And you see that many times with a public figure who's charged with a crime. Morales' attorney, Richard L. Cooper, also released a statement saying, quote, we urge the public not to rush to judgment. Importantly, there is no allegation that any animal was injured, and the available evidence does not support the sensationalized narrative that is circulated online. My client relied on information and guidance provided by those in authority and had no criminal intent.
All right. So Mr. Cooper's legal team echoes the same sentiment that Clavicular's legal team said. Look, this has been overblown by the public. It's been overblown in the media, on social media, that look, no animals were harmed in this incident. Well, I'm put this way. No oxygen breathing animals were harmed during this event. It's been sensationalized. The person that was in charge of the operation said it was okay, or I was doing this under the authority of whoever was in charge, not me. I didn't do this, willy-nilly, if you will. So, all right, again, innocent until proven guilty.
Now, they're all scheduled to be arraigned on May 20th, and we'll see if it advances there. But remember, this comes at a critical time for Mr. Peters, Clavicular. This comes after a series of unfortunate alleged incidents and headlines, right? Clavicular, who has gained quite a following. According to Instagram, he reportedly has almost 600,000 followers, over 145,000 on X, almost 940,000 on TikTok, over 338,000 on the streaming platform Kick. This is a guy who preaches about improving your looks and ascending, providing more value in that way. Again, looksmaxxing. Not only was he hit with that lawsuit that I mentioned before, but he's also facing other charges in Florida. He was arrested and charged with battery and criminal conspiracy to commit battery in connection with a fight that he allegedly provoked between two women and allegedly posted online in what investigators said was an effort to exploit these women. He also reportedly overdosed on a live stream recently and was taken to the hospital.
Yes, he OD'd. I don't know what substance he was on or how that happened, but that actually did happen, or at least he passed out on stream. They say it was overdose. We'll find out if so with what.
I want to break this down. I want to break down what it could mean for him, if the other incidents I just talked about could affect this case. So I want to bring in John Phillips, victims' rights lawyer, to talk more about this. So John, thank you so much for taking the time.
Okay, so now they're going to go into the portion where they bring on extra guests to help explain and kind of break down what's going on. We're not getting into all that. But y'all see what's going on here, right? Clavicular is in yet another situation. He has multiple situations going on simultaneously. This stuff right here with this alligator, or allegedly deceased alligator, He's also got the case about this young woman or young girl, and he also passed out on stream, which now he's got some health issues that he's probably trying to keep under wraps. So all this is going on at the same time with Clavicular. Hope he can get things back on track, and yeah, hopefully he doesn't have to continue to go overboard on his streams to keep people engaged, right? Because we already know you've coined the term looksmaxxing. You're already like the leader of this. You're being on multiple platforms, Piers Morgan and other places. So everybody knows who you are. You don't have to be outrageous in your streams, but we'll see what happens, y'all. And with that being said, thank you for being here once again, everybody. And let me know again down in the comment section what y'all think about Clavicular and all the stuff that's going on. Is he going to further descend further into madness, or is he going to freaking try to keep things cool? Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Please, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We're out of the door, and I will see you on the next video.